Well,
Hey!
Sunday.
Sunday fun day.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I just got back from a rainy day hike in the mountains, and we did the plein air painting where we got some canvas and acrylics and we all painted, and it was fun.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice, yeah.
We had an exciting day. We caught a skunk, a little baby skunk,
Oh, goodness.
in a trap that was meant for the squirrel.
In your garden?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
And
God.
so then David had the adventure of trying to figure out what to do with the baby skunk in the trap.
Is the baby skunk still in the trap?
No, he bravely took it on the end of a big long pole, put it in a container which the trap fit into, wrapped that up in a tarp, put it in the car without me in it, and then drove it to an undisclosed location and somehow got it out. But I definitely smelled it. So I know it was really intense.
Oh my God.
My husband's a hero.
He's so brave. I could have never done that. Hey,
No.
Seamus is saying hi from somewhere in the house on our chat. Hi, Shay.
That's somebody else.
Hi.
That's classic. That's classic teenager stuff. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
serious. Yeah. Oh my
I'm
God.
so happy you got rid of the skunk.
I know, it was crazy. Now it's just the dang squirrel. They keep digging into our garden, our pots, everything. They all will just go out and there's a big hole in the basil pot or a big hole in the thyme, and I'm so over it.
Somebody said, hope you have a bunch of tomato juice. Well,
No, the squirrel was in the container and it sprayed in the container. It didn't get on David or on the car. So,
but it still stinks.
It still stinks.
Like hell.
Yes.
What are you gonna do with the container?
I don't know. It's the exact right size container for the trap to fit in. So we're probably going to keep it, but we'll have to let it air out for a while, because if we have to relocate anything else, it's the perfect container for the trap to fit in and transport.
Oh my God, David. Wow. That's just
was so brave. He moved it because he went out this morning with the cats, which of course we didn't want anywhere near the trap. And he's like, uh-oh, gotta move the trap.
He's like his own personal critter control.
I know. It's like you would think we lived out in the woods with all the critters we have, and this, between the ants and the squirrel, and
it's always something every day.
No, we don't have chipmunks. We don't have chipmunks here. So, oh look, Peggy's name showed up. Hi,
yeah.
Peggy.
Seeing the names now.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that about Seamus. Go lay down. Go lay down.
Well, we did make an announcement right before we came on. We worked really hard today.
So everybody, if you go to the Facebook page on the Corona Kitchen group page, we have a coffee, which if you don't know what that is, it's a fundraising tool, and it's called Coffee, KOFI, and there's a link. And if you want to support Corona Kitchen, you just happily click on the link.
A cup of Corona coffee.
Yes. or 2
or 3, or really hep us up on caffeine.
However money you want. All the monies that we raise, as you can see on our page, are going towards supporting this episodic series. We're developing and writing our cookbook right now and hope to publish it. We have to hire, obviously, a photographer, and then we have a graphic designer, and every dollar helps us. So we really appreciate anything you can possibly donate.
Tax deductible? I don't
Good question.
think so.
I don't
Don't think so. But we'll check.
know. We're not a nonprofit.
We're not. Yeah, no. We're not non-profit.
But it isn't very much. I know when these are lean times, so that's why we didn't do a big thing. But it's up to you. If you feel like you've gotten a lot out of this, we've been doing it for how many days now?
This will be episode 122 or 3. I think 3. 123 in a row.
Oh yeah, we're tired, but we're still here. We're still into it. We're hanging in here, and we're still cooking.
Yep.
And we're still trying to entertain you.
And okay, so today there might be some entertainment involved because I have no idea if this is going to work.
Dun, 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 dun. Coronakitchen experiment.
This is experiment. Okay, look, I made these fluffy coconut bread muffin things the other day, and they were so delicious and so stupid easy. I thought, I have to share this with everybody. And then I thought, we haven't done a gluten-free in a long time. Maybe I'll try and make them gluten-free. And then I went online to check myself to see that you could just replace, it calls for self-rising flour, which I can make out of my own cupboard. I don't need to buy that. I thought, let me just make sure I can use 1-to-1 flour to make gluten-free self-rising flour. And lo and behold, no, you can't.
So basically, it was Debrianna through the looking glass.
That's correct. So I found several sites that talked about how to make gluten-free self-rising flour. And it actually calls for a science experiment. And me being me, I happen to have all the ingredients in my cupboard. Now, I realize you might not, but I do. And
well,
so
we'll see if it works, and if it works, you'll put the recipe and it'll be great for everybody who's gluten-free.
I have news for you. If it doesn't work, I will put the flour recipe up because it is stellar. It's Jamie Oliver's fluffy coconut bread. It's excellent. But
okay, you can't lose with this. It's
okay,
gonna work.
So we're gonna try. We're gonna try
Okay.
these and see. Okay, so these are the weird things.
Okay.
You have to have tapioca flour, potato starch, which I have kept in this jar because I actually use potato starch. I have for years. I use it in my cookie making, so I happen to have it. It calls for xanthan gum, which I also have.
You've got all the weird stuff.
And I have all-purpose baking flour that's gluten-free.
Oh my God.
And
okay.
there were several recipes that either called for a gluten-free flour of some kind, and they're all different mixes, or brown rice flour, which I also have.
Wow.
So I'm going to combine the brown rice flour because I think that's going to add a different texture with the all-purpose baking flour, and we're going to see what happens.
I'm pulling for you. I have none of those things, so I could never attempt this.
I think I was strolling through the store one day, and at Whole Foods they have that baker's rack at the counter where it's like the 15 items or less thing.
Right.
And they always have very interesting things on there. I always look. And I'm sure I saw tapioca flour there and I thought, oh, I might need that someday. I'm just going to buy it. Hence, it's in my kitchen.
Wow. As you do.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right. So I got a self-rising flour mix recipe that was on Bob's Red Mill, which is this one.
Well, they would know, you would think. So that was probably.
Here was my thought when I went on there. It said on there, this has not been tested by Bob's Red Mill. But they put the recipe up anyway, so.
Disclaimer? They had a disclaimer.
So
wow.
We are going to attempt this live on TV.
You heard it here first. You'll see it first.
So I'm going to do what it would call for is 1 cup of Bob's. I'm doing 3/4 of a cup of Bob's and a 1/4 cup of brown rice flour. They're very different. The Bob's flour is a garbanzo bean base. So I decided this was going to be a nicer flavor. The rice. I have no freaking idea. This is a huge science experiment.
There's so many different things required to do this. It's so interesting how, you know what I mean? Like everybody I know who's gluten-free is always like, what's your method? What's your method? You know?
Mm-hmm. And, you know, I just thought, well, I'm going to try it and see because we do have gluten-free friends in our kitchen. And I just figured it'll be a great experiment and I'll be the first one to do it. So that was 1/2 cup of potato starch.
Okay.
This is going to be 1/2 cup of tapioca flour. That's going in.
Okay.
And I use literally like a tablespoon of potato starch a year in one particular kind of cookie. But so I had it. I don't know. If you're gluten free, you might actually have all this stuff, right?
You, Debrianna. You do. Potato starch.
Potato starch. That's what I have.
Xanthan gum. Xanthan gum.
Who even knows? I can't even spell it. Okay. A teaspoon of salt. Here comes the xanthan gum. There's going to be 2 teaspoons of that. 1.
Wow.
I know, it's a science experiment. I have no idea.
Everything to just
tapioca flour.
Like
bread. Whoops. Okay.
The lengths people will go to fry bread.
I know, or to make something resembling bread.
Yeah.
Okay, baking powder and baking soda are next. Okay, 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder.
Is this gonna be like one of those volcanoes that kids make when they're in grade school?
Right?
Science project.
I think.
It could be like Krakatoa.
Right.
I hope I like this. This looks like a lot of stuff. A lot of bread.
Are you remembering what you're doing?
Yeah, no, I have it. I wrote it down so I remember to tell you. Yeah, 2.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm going to do this because I want to. I have a little bit of, I'm going to add a little bit of coconut sugar.
Okay.
And that's what I'm doing. And then I am now going to mix it. Now, this supposedly is a gluten-free flour replacement.
Okay, for self-rising.
For self-rising.
Okay.
Yeah. I evidently that's a thing that's hard to replicate.
Wow. I hope this works because I'm sure a lot of people want to do this kind of thing, you know, and they don't have time to.
And I think it's also interesting to note that self-rising flour, when you're making self-rising flour, you're just adding a leavening agent to regular flour and you're done.
Right.
Apparently that is not the case. Gluten is magic.
It is magical.
Okay, so all you actually do in this recipe, in the flour one, is the self-rising flour and coconut milk and salt, and that's it. And it makes the most beautiful dough. So I have no idea if this is going to work, but we're going to try.
Okay. Wow.
And that's really all that happened in the other dough.
How much coconut milk do you put in?
Well, I am adding about a half a can. It might take a little more. I have no idea because this is a science experiment.
Wow.
And I think it's going to take a little more.
And are you making a texture of dough like that you can knead?
Yep.
Is it like a drop dough?
No, the one that I made with the regular flour was one you could knead.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to pull this together to see if I can make it to that kind of a dough stage. It's almost there. And then I'm gonna kind of being careful after the half a can.
Yeah.
To see if I have to add any more. I just want to get it all pulled together first. And then we'll see if it works. So
if you need it, what kind of flour will you use to flour your surface?
I'm going to use that all-purpose one.
Okay.
But it seems like it's kind of coming together now. It was a little bit more than half a can of coconut milk, like 3/4 of a can. And then the other one, the dough pulled together, it was gorgeous. So I was like, what? This is so easy. And then you let it just rest for a little bit, and you made the little biscuit things, and you put them in the frying pan. It was amazing. So this feels like it's coming together.
Okay. So far, so good.
So far, so good. And I think I might need a little flour. See, you don't have the gluten to try and pull this together the way you do with regular flour, so I'm just hoping this works.
Okay. Wow. Well, it looks pretty good from here.
Yeah, it looks like a dough. And then we'll see, when I put the flour ones in, they rose beautifully right in the pan, like they were a pita bread. It was so cool.
Wow. So
I think this is together. I mean, it's not like I need to knead it because it doesn't have any gluten.
You're such a master at the kneading. It looks really cool. We should do that in slow-mo.
Okay, so that's sort of together.
Okay.
It feels like a dough. It doesn't need to rest because it doesn't have any gluten. Okay.
No resting involved.
No resting. It's just going to sit there. And I got to wash my hands, and then I'm going to make the honey.
Okay. Oh, because is it kind of like sopapillas?
No, because they're not gonna like expand like that. It's more like a biscuit.
But you're gonna drizzle honey on them after they're baked. Oh wow! I mean fried.
Yeah.
I think flavor-wise, they are similar though.
What?
The flavor of the dough.
To a sopapilla?
Yeah, sort of similar.
I'd say it was maybe a cross between a sopapilla. They're not fried either.
Mm-hmm, right.
They do have a crispy texture. So while that pan is heating up, here's my honey in a plastic bag.
Ant-proof.
Ant-proof honey. If I find an ant in here, I'm going to just be so mad.
So when you eat these, what did you eat them with? Oh no, ants? Ants?
On the rim. They tried to get in.
They're really relentless, aren't they?
Oh my God. I'm so irritated. Ah!
No, ants put me in the worst mood.
Okay, so I'm pouring a little honey in there.
Okay.
Ugh, ants. And I'm going to I have lemon thyme growing in the yard.
Yum.
Which is a really mild thyme. And I'm going to add a little more. And I'm just going to let that warm up in there together.
What are you going to eat with these biscuits?
A ribeye steak from my Moink box and some grilled bok choy.
Yum.
Yeah, it will be good. Okay, I can't believe the ants got in the rim. Oh, they were not in the honey. They were not.
How did you get through a Ziploc bag? I mean.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to put a little olive oil in the bottom of the pan. Seems like it's hot. And I'm going to cut these into biscuit-sized pieces. I guess a third of that, like this. And I'm going to make like a big biscuit.
Okay.
And now we're going to see if it rises in the frying pan.
Okay, let's see if it does.
Okay.
Baking soda and baking powder in it.
Yeah, that was the purpose. So we'll see. Okay, where is my? Let me push that around a little. Push that around. We'll see. I don't know if you've never infused honey with thyme. Oh, you really have to. It's really good.
It's good.
Okay, in they go. Uh-oh, here comes the cam.
Here we go.
Okay, we can hear them.
Moment of truth. Moment of truth.
Let's see if they work. I don't know. I have 6 of them if they don't.
Maybe you could feed the skunk. You could feed the skunk. Just kidding.
If I thought it would trap that damn squirrel, I'd put it outside right now. I know somebody was saying that I should tie sticks together.
Yeah, someone said, okay, this is easy to resolve. We'll put sticks across the dirt and tie the sticks so the squirrels have to chew the string to move the stick.
Why, they won't chew the string? They chew everything. They're chewing paper. They chew everything.
I don't really get that one. I hope someone can explain it.
Okay. Oh, the honey's looking good. Thyme-infused honey you should always have for biscuits or English muffins or, oh, it's so good.
I love honey. I used honey last night. I don't know if you read in my recipe, I used honey in my whipped cream and I used honey in my raspberry coulis.
Nice.
Because I have this really great raw orange blossom honey I just got. And I was like, oh my God, this is adding a whole other dimension. I just didn't want to put just sugar. And we didn't want it to be so sugary. It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Well, they do appear to be rising.
Okay.
There's that. I need my spatula.
Can you go a little closer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
my husband has returned, and he will.
Yay. Thanks, David. Oh.
They're puffing up.
Okay.
And the honey is simmering. I'll leave that over here so you can see it.
Nice.
So they're going to be sweet.
They are. They're puffing.
They are puffing.
Wow. They have a little sugar and coconut.
Yep.
Mm.
And now I'm flipping them.
Yum.
Yeah, they do look good. They look good. They do. Now, the question is if they're going to cook through to the center the same way.
How did they do it last time with the flour?
Well, I mean, I did it like 3 or 4 minutes per side with flour. I'm assuming it's the same.
Cover it? No.
I don't know.
But it cooked all the way through when you did it before.
Yeah, they cooked they definitely did. So I cooked them the last time in a little bit of butter and olive oil mixed together, which I might do on this next batch. Do you want to get me the butter? Thanks.
So would you put butter on them when you open them up, when you eat them?
Goat butter.
Oh yeah.
And honey.
Yeah,
Yum.
Goat butter.
Yummy.
Yeah, they're puffing. They're definitely puffing.
Oh yeah. Cool.
So that part's working.
Well, someone's going to have to be a taste tester.
Yep. Someone is. We'll have to do that before the show's over, but
Look at that.
No, they're really puffing up like a bake almost.
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
Now they did that with the flour too. I was just like, what? That is so cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and they were, it's that fast, you're done. So like if you needed a quick hamburger bun, or you were making breakfast and you're like, I wish I had a biscuit. And you don't want to turn the oven on, this is like perfect.
Wow. What other things could you put in besides coconut milk? Could you do like buttermilk probably, or?
Probably, yeah. I just always have coconut milk because I use it in the morning in my tea. So I always tend to have it around. And now this one is an organic light coconut milk unsweetened that I get from Sprouts.
Yeah.
Sprouts has the best coconut milk. That if you get the organic light, it doesn't have clumps. It's totally homogeneous. The coconut milk, it's excellent. And I don't know why they have the only ones that do that.
Well, I'm definitely going to get that because I'm tired of the inconsistency with buying coconut milk. It's like some of them are like they have the clumps, and then there's the coconut cream, of course, which is totally different. But
Right. And so this one is just a light coconut milk, and somehow they get whatever part of the cream is in there really homogenized all the way through, and it's just like using cream, except it's coconut. So
nice.
I don't know. So I'm gonna guess it's done. I don't know. Let's try.
Taste it.
Okay. I'm gonna move that off of here. Let's see. Want to bring the camera over?
Mm-hmm.
Put a little honey on there. Oh, I'm hungry right now. I just hyped
it's cooked, I think.
Wow.
Let me taste.
Looks like it.
Mm-mm. No.
No?
It needs a few more minutes.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Going back in.
Not cooked all the way through. It looks like it is, but it's not.
Looks like it.
It needs to be cooked a little more.
Okay.
So I would put the pan on low, like a medium low, and let them cook a little more. But since they're back in there, I'm going to add some butter.
How does it taste?
It actually tasted pretty good.
Does it taste like the other one?
Similar. It's more similar than I thought it would be, to tell you the truth. Oh, that smells better.
Everything's better with butter.
Yes, it is. I will agree. So I'm thinking that maybe these need to be a little bit thinner. Like the other ones were pretty thick.
Okay.
When you put the flour. So I'm going to make these a little thinner. And we'll see if that cooks it more evenly.
That was the guinea pig batch.
Yeah. So this is maybe a 1/2 inch thick.
Okay.
We're going to try that.
Oh, wow. It's cool to see what it looks like in dough form next to the puffed up version. It really expands.
Yeah, they really do. So that part worked.
That one side kind of looks like focaccia or something.
Yeah, it does.
Wow. Which we haven't made on the show, by the way.
Oh, well, this could be a gluten-free version.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to see if that one works. But this one, let's see. That looks gorgeous. Because, butter.
Uh-huh.
Butter helps.
Yeah, butter helps everything, doesn't it? I'm going to add a little more. Because why not?
Why not?
Because butter and honey, what's better?
Oh my God.
Because if you have to have gluten-free, you might as well have butter.
I gotta tell you, we went to Gabriel's when the family was here, and we had their sopapillas with the real honey, and they were hot out of the fryer.
So
and we
good.
had them with honey and red chili, and oh my God,
So good.
they were so good.
Okay, we'll try the other one because that's been sitting in here longer. But it's all puffed up like a donut.
Well, you kind of just did make a donut.
Yeah. I think that's done.
A coconut donut.
A coconut donut. Okay. Now I'm going to add some honey.
Oh wow.
Okay. Let's taste. Well, that's pretty good. I'm going to say that's pretty good.
All right, gluten-free people out there, we did something for you. What does David think?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I think that worked better.
You did it.
I did. I did it. I did it for you, everyone.
It's almost like
did it.
It almost is like an English muffin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it has a very English muffin-y kind of feel to it. Yeah. So, oh, look. So, see, I don't know if you can tell. Bring the camera over. Stop eating for a minute. See this one? How funny it got? This is the new one I put in, and that's the one.
They really puff up.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that cool?
That is so cool.
Yeah. So I did it, I think.
And it's not a lot of oil that you put in there. You basically just line the pan like you don't
do a whole lot.
It's not a big fry.
Yeah.
I think it's the perfect English muffin substitute.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's super simple. I mean, it's less than a half an hour I had this done.
You could make an egg McMuffin with that. That sounds really good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yum! Congratulations!
Oh my God, that thyme honey. Oh, so delicious. Well, I hope you guys go and join our coffee page.
Please buy us a cup of Corona coffee.
And I hope you'll try this, you gluten-free people.
Yeah, that looks really good.
You guys probably have that stuff in your cupboard if you're gluten-free because you have to.
You probably do. Yeah. I kind of want to try the regular one.
Yes, I would definitely. Okay, I'll post both recipes so you have it. Okay.
Yeah, try them both.
Yeah, it's cool. It's super cool.
I think I'm going to make this for breakfast tomorrow and make some egg McMuffins.
Yeah. Yep. So I know you can order like those weird things, tapioca flour and potato starch on Amazon, but I know Whole Foods has it and I know Sprouts has it. A lot of stores are carrying those ingredients because it's necessary for people who are gluten-free if they want to do stuff like this.
Yep. Right, Monty?
Right. I think I've actually seen it in Albertsons.
You know, I've been going to Market Street a lot because they have everything, and Marketplace, and I believe they had it too. They had a pretty big, extensive baking section.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say this. I read an article today, I think it was in the Boston Globe. I think I posted it on my Facebook page, that there was a think tank of Republicans and Democrats that got together, and they've been getting together for about a year, and they're gaming out what might happen, different scenarios of the election, because people are seriously worried if if it's close, what could happen. And it's not hard to see a constitutional crisis that could happen. The main way we can avoid that is to decisively win by a huge margin on election.
You can't
and if you haven't read that article, it might scare the pee-pee out of you, but I suggest you read it.
You can't really say it enough. We're probably going to say it every day on every show until election day.
Yes.
How important it is to just, research, make sure you're good to go. Make sure you know where you're going.
Today is 100 days before the election.
Wow.
Today. So I am going to ask you to all check your voter registration and to post how to check your voter registration on your social media. And let's make sure everybody knows that. It's as important as tying sticks together in your garden with string.
It is. It's everything. We gotta change. We gotta turn this ship around, people.
Yeah. So that's my my advice to you. That I'll post the link to the Boston Globe article.
Okay.
In our YouTube page. So we've got. Speaking of YouTube page, we have big changes coming. So
big exciting changes. You're still gonna get a lot of Corona Kitchen. It's just gonna be on a schedule. And some exciting people. We're working on the cookbook now. It's going to be great. So thank you, everybody. We did a thank you post earlier today, and we really mean it. I mean, we really appreciate your support. This is a great community. And just, keep on cooking. You're just everyone's just blowing us away. And the photo contest. The winner has been crowned, and the runners-up will be announced later in probably a couple hours. I hope we'll get it posted.
Yeah. Hey, thanks everyone for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
I hope that helped you gluten-free peeps.
Yeah. Enjoy your dinners and your evenings with your loved ones, and just be good to one another.
Yes, we need you. We need that. We need all the goodness we can get.
We're stronger together.
We are. Wear a mask.
Please wash your hands. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Anj.